the earth a silent, steady place, beneath God's loving, watching face. So said the book, the holy word, the truth since time had first occurred. The sun illumined hung in the sky to warm the earth and light our eye. The moon a silver, gentle gleam, reflected light, a peaceful dream. The stars like diamonds scattered bright were fixed upon a vaulted height. They turned each night in perfect grace around our stable, grounded space. And planets too, with wandering ways, obeyed God's laws through nights and days. They danced and weaved a complex art, but centered still right from the start. For in the church the scholars wise interpreted the starry skies. They used the texts, the logic sound, to keep the earth forever bound. To be the center, God's design, a place of life, a sacred shrine. Why would He make a swirling ball for sin to rise and nations fall? This thought so firm, held strong and fast through centuries that quickly passed. A comfort deep, a knowing true, that God's creation centered you. But whispers came from distant lands of new ideas from clever hands. A Polish priest with watchful gaze saw sun, not earth, light up the days. Copernicus, his name was known, proposed the seed that he had sown, that earth revolved, a dizzying thought, a different order newly taught. The church at first was slow to heed these changing views, this planted seed. For scripture spoke so clear and plain of earth's fixed place again, again. Then Galileo, with telescope bright, observed the heavens day and night. He saw the moons of Jupiter gleam and Venus change, a startling dream. His findings shook the ancient lore and challenged truths held dear before. He argued clear with passion bold, a sun-centered story to be told. But fear rose and doubts took hold. The scriptures challenged stories old. If earth should move, what would it mean? The very fabric torn and lean. The church authorities with heavy hand demanded silence in the land. They saw a threat to faith and power, a darkening storm in every hour. Galileo forced to bend his knee, to say his truth was fallacy. He lived in quiet, shadowed days, though in his heart the sun still blazed. The centuries rolled on and slow, the seeds of truth began to grow. The evidence, both strong and clear, replaced the doubt and banished fear. The sun, the center, shining bright, the earth, a planet in its light, a wider universe, immense and grand, a different view of God's command. The church in time with humbled grace acknowledged truth in time and space. The earth is moving, this we know, a change in thinking long ago. But faith remains a guiding star. Though science shows us how things are, the mystery endures profound and deep, while in God's universe we softly sleep.